现在有请来自中国 from China 孙颖莎。
They don't come tougher than this. On a scale of 1 to bravery, she is bravery, Her Majesty. Baby Buddha, Xiaotong, Sun Yingsha, more than 3 years at world #1. Will be battling against a young Padawan, a protege following in her footsteps, Wang Xiaotong of the Chinese national team. No coaches on benches. While there are always good learning experiences, I will say that Xiaotong is human after all and has been beaten by younger up-and-comers. Chun Yi of the United States Smash. After all, this is a best-of-5 battle. First player to win 3 games to 11 points must win by 2, will move on to the next round. This is their first ever meeting in the WTT era. And at least on the WTT stage, the world ranked number 43 taking on the world ranked number 1. Just less than half the experience in WTT. Wang Xiaotong showing some good improvement in the doubles. You probably saw her here on table 1, just like Jaume Caldeforn, who will be taking care of the coin toss to determine where the players stand, who serves, and, well, making sure that all is fair and square.
Red, blue. Red, blue for you. Blue. Side. Service. Receive. Receive.
So there it is, the winner of the coin toss. Xiaotong choosing the side of the table, which is always interesting. More common to hear players call for serve or receive, but clear preference here from the world #1. They'll have 2 minutes to warm up. I'm Adam Bobrow and joined by the captain of the ship, Shazad Haq. Welcome back, Shazad.
Hello, very good afternoon to you, Adam, and to all our viewers out there as we look at Sun Yingsha, the world #1, 24 years of age. She rules supreme at WTT level, doesn't she? 92% win rate, 17 titles, no one comes close. But can she get the China Smash title here? These are her scalps so far. It's been pretty straightforward, Adam.
Yeah, and Drew Sabine, a Chopper teammate, Miyuki Rano, who plays with her in the Chinese Super League. Shenzhen Daxue, so it's always tough when you're playing a teammate who has a bit more experience against you, knows your game better than most, but a 24-year-old on the other side who didn't quite make it into the spotlight as young as Xiaotong. Few did at 16, but 8 years later, Wang Xiaotong with a big chance here on the main stage.
Wang Xiaotong is looking to upset the form book here. That would be something, wouldn't it? She has dropped a game to Hanagoda in that last round. You and I worked on that match, Hanagoda. At a moment. But this was going back to it, the match point. Wang Xiaotong against Hanagoda. He was having to exert a lot. Wang Xiaotong comes through in that third game very comfortably.
So at this point, they've dropped the same amount of games to get here. They've both only lost 1 game. That said, while style matchup really matters, I will say that every draw is quite different. Only the top 8 seeds are guaranteed to not face each other in the first round. After that, it's a free-for-all.
Yeah, it is. And all Chinese are fair now. As we start to get towards the final few days. Look at that. I mean, it's no surprise, of course, 88% overwhelmingly in favor of Sun Yingsha. 12% hoping Wang Xiaotong can do the business, or at least backing her. If you want to get involved, do sign up at worldtabletennis.com.
First game, Sun to serve. Love all.
Big stage here for Wang Xiaotong in an arena that'll be overwhelmingly supporting her opponent. It's a massive test for her. And they'll have sparred with each other as well, Adam. They'll have seen each other, you know, each other's styles. They know each other intimately from day after day of playing and playing in the same environment.
Yeah, they're going to be quite familiar. Familiarity is part of the battle.
One all.
Just to make that point even more clear, I'm quite familiar with Xiaoxia's game. I've been watching her play for a long time, but I don't know how much of a chance I would stand at the table, so familiarity definitely a starting point.
Just a quick rundown on the styles that we can expect from these two.
Xiaoxia's incredibly quick, versatile, while she's got an overwhelmingly strong forehand. Her backhand is very quick. She's not afraid to pivot. She's got strong legs. She's staying close to the table as much as possible. I could go on and on. Wang Xiaotong, you know, this is only my second match calling her that I recall, and the first one was in doubles, so it's a different game here. Thinking outside the box, serving with the backhand.
You often talk about as well when a lower ranked player takes on a higher one, and in this case obviously being a higher than Yingsha, the need to change things up, do something different, take them by surprise, not to play in your comfort zone. That's why you're world number 43 and she's world number 1.
Yeah, the law of averages. If you just play your ordinary game, you're going to get an ordinary result. You have to take some chances. She has already early on with that long backhand serve. And a tight game here after 5 points have been played.
Let 3-2. Let 3-2.
Well, let's hear for Yingsha.
I like that after the first one, Wang Xiaotong watched it extra long just to make sure she was very clear on what the serve looked like and what the spin was. Tong Tong did the same thing earlier.
Trying to go for that corner, Wang Xiaotong.
See the little wince there. The idea was clear. She tries to exploit the wide forehand early. Not an investment in a winner, but simply moving Xiaoxia. Oh! Don't hear that too often.
Well, I didn't hear that. Go on.
Ah! She basically tried to get herself energy up.
3-4.
I think that was a sign of wake up. We've seen it in different ways. We've seen players slap their cheek. We've seen players slap their hip. Hashtag Wang Chuqin. Xiaoxia just yelped a little bit to try and get some energy going here, ignite something.
Crowd certainly picked up on it.
Ooh, it's good. Hand and
Great
racket,
shot.
no problem.
All.
Anything between the wrist and the fingertips is considered part of the racket. One motion. Wow, that was quick. In the replay, I couldn't see it, but the sound to me was a clear indicator that it was hand and then racket. So Wang Xiaotong, all good.
Let 4-all.
Just to clarify, a double hit in one motion if unintentional. Okay, there's great separation between the two contacts. That's a different story.
Maybe the longest rally we've had up till now. Does Wang Xiaotong want to engage in these long points? Because you would assume the longer it goes on, the better player, more likely to win.
Exactly. So in general, she wants to get it over as quickly as possible. Just a reminder there not to stall. The match should continue.
5-all.
So she's looking to kill as fast as she can, where possible, I mean, obviously.
Yeah, essentially. And I guess this is true generally for players. You want to finish the point as quickly as possible. It's just a sense of, I guess, a question of calculating the risks. So you don't want to take too big of a risk. You want to do whatever is in your favor, but as soon as you recognize an opportunity to put on serious pressure, even if it doesn't win you the point, it might on the next shot.
5-6.
Well, listen, We're about midway through this first game. Xiaotong only trailing by 1.
This is where the difference is made, the second half of the game. This is what we see from the top players in the world.
7-5.
Oh, talk about killing points off early.
Beautiful forehand flick there, Xiaotong, one of the toughest shots in the game, executed to perfection on first try. Table tennis, a game of consistency, the practice hall, just amazing how consistent the top players in the world can be when it comes to pressure.
7-6.
Well, Xiaotong will be pretty happy with how things have gone for now.
It's a nice change of pace, slowing it down, arcing it a little bit more to break the rhythm in the middle of the table.
6-8.
Is that an ace?
Technically, yes, it was. Down the middle of the table. Xiaotong, half-long pendulum serve, side topspin. You can see the ball really taking a kick on that second bounce, just in an uncomfortable spot.
Nice work there, Yingsha.
6-9.
Now starts to pull away. 3 points clear. Tried to change up the serve. Goes long down the line. Yingsha picks it up and has 4 game points.
Then 7.
A bit happier with that one. And Xiaotong still trails by 3. Yingsha generally comes out in those type of situations, and she wins the first game. Pretty much neck and neck midway through. Just towards the end, Yingsha comes good. Reaction there from Xiaotong. And it's 11-7 Yingsha after game 1. Heading over now from this all-China clash to an all-Japanese affair on table 2. Miwa Harimoto, one of the top non-Chinese seeds, disposes of Satsuki Odo.
This is a big win. Satsuki Odo trails by just a little bit. She's incredibly fast and powerful.
Talking about those non-Chinese seeds, she is the top non-Chinese, she's number 6 in the world. You've seen quite a few falling by the wayside now. Miyu Nagasaki, Satsuki Odo now, number 10. We're of course narrowing that field now, aren't we? As we get closer and closer to the quarters.
Wang to serve. Love all. No flash, here, please. Love all. Play.
Xiaotong nudged by the umpire.
Tricky position to be in. Asking them to play, but flashes in the crowd can be quite distracting to the vision of the players.
Oh,
love 1.
There's a bit of fortune there perhaps for Yingsha.
Maybe the eyes still adjusting from the flash.
The flash is going on?
Yeah.
Love 1.
I'd like to compliment Wang Xiaotong on a few of her backhands in the business end of last game. She slowed it down, played with extra spin, very effective.
Low one.
Actually, I was about to ask you that question. What did you find effective for her? So you're talking about the backhands, eh?
Yeah, I felt like she played the backhand spin shots. She's the taller of the two players. Wow. And here she opens with it as well, but Xiaosha times it perfectly, blasts it back. In the women's game, we tend to see more backhand-to-backhand rallies because it's the more efficient stroke, and women tend to stay closer to the table where speed is more necessary. So reaction time, the faster game, these two both willing to play.
Well, she had enough time to adjust as Yingsha, but into the net.
Some table tennis karma here. I think Xiaosha's net was actually the more fortunate as it came down for a second bounce, not recoverable.
Stretched there, wasn't she, Wang Xiaotong?
That was one long stroke fast forehand from Xiaosha from under the table on the wide side. Remember, Wang Xiaotong has the bigger wingspan between the two, and still it was quite a stretch to get there in time.
Three, two. No flags.
Did you ever play horse? Like basketball? You make a shot, the other person has to make the same?
Oh, no, I haven't.
Well, that's what that felt like. She's like, okay, I've done the forehand, now it's your turn.
3-all.
Yingsha, not one to horse around too long.
Giddy up, giddy up. The match continues here in this best of 5. Wang Xiaotong, less time than usual for a comeback, but comebacks are tougher. When you think about Xiaosha occasionally being beaten in the first, rarely the second, she just learns so quickly.
3-all.
Well, we kept saying these sort of rallies, Yingsha will generally come out on top.
The recovery from some of these strokes. Short stroke there as Xiaosha abbreviates that just to cover the elbow with the forehand. Sets her up with a 1-point lead still in the early parts of this game.
Three, five.
Maybe Sasha now maybe making her move away from her opponent.
Brilliant, beautiful combination there. She goes to the middle first and then a quick follow-up with heavy side spin, the seatbelt shot. That was a quick combination, not easy to pull off.
Also pin drop silence when she got that point.
4-5. Let.
Shasha's look, like, okay. If you saw it and she saw it, I guess so then.
Right into the middle there.
6-4.
Yingsha. Right into the middle there.
6-4.
Yingsha.
Soft hands in the touch game, then a little shake to get the grip, and forehand right into the middle as the opponent would be expecting it to the wide forehand.
Seven, 4.
Pulling away again, 3 points clear. She reacted well initially, Wang Xiaotong, but that onslaught comes at you from Yingsha. It's hard to repel after a while.
And that first forehand, you're right, it was quite breathtaking. This recovery here, slapped, but coming back down in a game of balance, being up on one foot, doesn't usually last for long unless you hit a winner.
It's really quiet in this Infinity Arena.
5-8.
Especially when that kind of thing happens.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, there are occasions that come up more often than not that get the crowd quite vocal.
Mm. Well, then of course there's the obligatory
5-8.
flash. Decent serve to start with from Wang Xiaotong.
9-5.
Yingsha adjusted well.
To recover and recoil as quickly as Xia does, you can understand why she's taken 6 of the last 8 points.
Yeah.
Just allows you to stay that much closer to the table, take the ball that much earlier, and be ready to do it again.
Smooth.
10-5.
Yingsha. 5 game points. What a way to win that second game. Fantastic forehand.
The business end, the second half, is the stronger half. Wouldn't it be nice to be able to run a marathon keeping pace with everybody, and then when it's the last lap, just double the speed? That's essentially what Xia can do against almost any opponent, and overwhelmingly more times than not, any opponent.
Incredible finish there from Yingsha. 11-5 in game 2. She's winning 2-0 here against Wang Xiaotong. Let's have a look at the footwork here of the two players. Pretty much as you'd expect, Adam.
Interesting. Wang Xiaotong with the bigger stance, a little bit more in the backhand corner. At least from this camera angle, it appears that way. It'd be funny if from a bird's eye view, they're exactly the same.
Game.
All just an illusion.
Soon to serve.
So we'll assume it was the backhand corner then.
Well, definitely both in the backhand corner. I think you asked me an interesting question on break that I think is worth addressing, interesting to talk about.
Yeah, I asked,
One love.
this was kind of going the way you thought it might have before we started this match.
Well, I wouldn't count Wang Xiaotong or any member of the Chinese national team out against anyone. Yeah, it's not that big of a surprise. If you look at the world rankings and the few that have beaten Xia in recent history, they're very few. And how far apart she sits from Wang Manyu in terms of world rankings. I mean, you've got Wang Manyu, you've got Chen Xingtong, you've got Wang Yidi. Kuai Man's up there in rankings, but in terms of players who have beaten Xia, how many have a winning record?
Yeah.
1, 2.
So this is the next generation. In terms of learning, Wang Xiaotong's an incredible player. It happens on the men's side too, though. They're just stages in your development, and this is a stepping stone and a reality check when you play Xia.
Yeah, it's a fair assessment. Just a little cramped for space there, Yingsha. Wang Manyu, of course, lost to Yingsha in the final of last year's China Smash. Clips the net
2,
there.
3.
Wang Xiaotong with a rare lead. Recovers very nicely in the next point. Look at that.
We were talking about needing to put pressure on early, trying to finish the point quickly. And I mentioned how it's the same on both sides. Xiaotong doing wonderfully here with an opening backhand, pressure deep, and then the exact opposite corner. The timing is just so fast between shots. There it is again, crowd likes it.
Well, she's having to go for it, I guess, Wang Xiaotong. She's at that stage now.
Yeah, you can feel her turning up the pace a little bit. Really wide angle there that Xiaotong recovered. The footwork, the first backhand was barely halfway down the table as it hit the gold line on the side. And still Xiaotong didn't lose any footing. False alarm. She thought it was a timeout. Just clipping her hair.
3-4.
She's like, psych. No. I didn't call it. Are you calling it? Not me.
That's been a source of amusement here for this crowd.
A rare occasion. I don't know if I've ever seen that happen before.
Just seeing the raw power, the skill, the tenacity of Yingsha here.
Timeout.
And now the timeout. From the start of this point, it felt like Wang Xiaotong was in control. And gloves up on the other side, Xiaotong just efficiently returning. And then she seized control of the point and never let go.
She was predicting this timeout. That's all it was.
Yeah, she's one step ahead.
Exactly. In everything.
Wow. That's pretty creepy. Imagine being on the other side of that. Your opponent knows 1 point beforehand what you're going to do. If you saw that towel, that might crush any urban myths you've heard, by the way.
So, best smash results for Yingsha. She's won Singapore Smash both in 2023 and 25. The China Smash, as I mentioned earlier, she's a defending champion. And the Europe Smash in Sweden very recently as well.
So 2 out of 3 Grand Smashes this year. If she's able to get this one, still a long way to go. It's only the round of 16, but having 75% of the 4 Grand Smashes in the first year that we've ever had 4 Grand Smashes on the calendar would be quite a statement, but you wouldn't put it past the woman with more titles than any player, man or woman, in the WTT era. 17 titles to her name already.
Finishes that one wonderfully. Of the last 16, massive momentum with Yingsha at the moment. The exertions, too much.
You watch Wang Xiaotong's shots in this rally and you think, there it is, she's got her in trouble, and Xiaotong flying through before the feet have planted. Plays a winner to the short side, mid-air.
3-8.
Again, running away from Wang Xiaotong. How about that from Yingsha?
You hit a ball that hard, sometimes you think surely this won't come back. The energy she put into this just for the briefest of moments. And in the replay from this angle, what more can you do? Came back to the short side.
Absolutely. Down that line. Surprising Wang Xiaotong. Proves that she's human after all, Yingsha.
Subtle change of pace here. Wang Xiaotong looking for whatever she can to make it uncomfortable. Not easy to find those few solutions.
Again, incredible reflexes from Yingsha. Wang Xiaotong wins the point. It's been a while since she's got even 2 in a row. Still a long way from her opponent.
Well done on receiving those last 2 points. Serves back now.
That wonderful shot sets up 5 match points for Yingsha.
The sound you heard was the reaction to being placed with the racket head up like an ice cream cone covering the elbow. Wang Xiaotong knew that was going to be tough to recover from.
Yingsha has cantered through this match. Round 16 has been very, very straightforward for the world number 1 against her compatriot Wang Xiaotong. She wins 11-7, 11-5, 11-5.
So Yingsha will be waiting for the winner of Honoka Hashimoto and Wang Yidi, which should be interesting. Wang Yidi's made her comeback against Shrija Akula, but so far against Honoka Hashimoto has never beaten her, is 0-3, and has taken a total of 2 games out of 10 played. I'm sorry, out of 12 played. Honoka won 10, and Wang Yidi has only won 2 games. So, we'll see, but Xiaxa's never lost to Honoka Hashimoto, so ticket holders will be thrilled. 26